The United States is finally turning a corner. More and more states have legalized marijuana, and even the federal government is beginning to take steps toward legalization. But why was marijuana banned in the first place? In 2012, Colorado and Washington became the first states to legalize recreational marijuana. This move ignited a trend that spread across the country. By February 2022, 18 states, along with Washington, D.C. and Guam, had legalized recreational use of the drug. The U.S. Senate is now taking steps to end federal prohibition as well. Many studies indicate that marijuana is nowhere near as dangerous as legally available drugs like alcohol and tobacco. Yet, under federal law, marijuana is classified as a Schedule I drug, grouped with substances that are way more dangerous and addictive, deemed to have no acceptable medical use. With dispensaries popping up across the country, and weed culture becoming more normalized, many wonder how and why this plant was made illegal in the first place. In the 19th century, Americans were encouraged to cultivate cannabis, also known as hemp. Hemp, with low THC levels, was used to make clothing, rope, and other products. Virginia farmers were required to grow it, and several colonies used it as legal tender. Hemp plantations were common in states like Mississippi, Georgia, California, and New York. Toward the end of the 19th century, cotton replaced hemp as the preferred material for clothing. Hemp found a new role in medicines, available in pharmacies across the country. Recreational use of hashish also spread from France to some parts of the United States. Americans' views on marijuana began to change with the arrival of Mexican migrant workers in the early 20th century. These workers introduced the term marijuana, and despite its presence in American medicine cabinets, the plant became exotic and feared. By 1931, 29 states had banned marijuana. The Federal Bureau of Narcotics, precursor to the DEA, was established. Black jazz musicians adopted marijuana, and it was celebrated in songs like Cab Calloway's Reefer Man. Despite the end of alcohol prohibition, marijuana's association with people of color made it a target. Racist claims that marijuana made men of color violent and aggressive toward white women were presented in 1930s hearings. The Marijuana Tax Act of 1937 made its sale and use illegal. Its status as a Schedule I drug was cemented by the Controlled Substances Act of 1971. Despite its illegal status, marijuana's cultural significance grew, particularly during the 1960s counterculture. By the next decade, 11 states had decriminalized it. Even the Nixon-appointed Schaefer Commission amended federal decriminalization, a recommendation Nixon ignored. President Carter supported decriminalization, relaxing mandatory minimum sentences. In 1986, President Reagan's Anti-Drug Abuse Act reinstated mandatory sentences. Marijuana offenses were harshly penalized. President Clinton's 1994 Violent Crime Control and Law Enforcement Act imposed even stricter penalties, including a 3 strikes rule. Drug arrests soared, and harsh laws remain largely in place today. Today, people face long prison sentences for actions now legal in some states. All this because of an unfounded fear of the unknown. Thanks for watching. Check out our newest videos and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating insights into history. Don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss a single update.